Hi friends, today I'll be talking about CloudBox. CloudBox is a software engineering project for the fall 2014 semester. Before I dive into CloudBox, let me just explain you the problem statement. Now say you have Dropbox account, you have Google Drive account, essentially you have multiple cloud storage accounts. So whenever I want to upload a particular file into cloud, so what essentially I do is I'll go to Google Drive and upload a file. In some scenarios, like say for example I'm trying to upload an 8 GB file, and when I try to upload this into Google Drive, I might be out of space and I might get an error message saying okay, you're out of disk space. So then probably I'll switch to Dropbox and try to upload the same file. Or sometimes, even though you have disk space, some vendors don't allow you to upload more than like 4 gig of file size. Now we want to essentially kind of solve this problem, wherein we want to kind of build an abstraction layer over all the possible cloud storage providers. So essentially, instead of you managing like Google Drive separately, Dropbox separately, or any other storage vendor separately, we provide you with a single interface which essentially internally manages all these storage vendors for you. Now let's look into the advantages of this approach. The one is, of course, the easiness to use the cloud storage. The second is, say you run out of cloud storage space tomorrow, all you need to do is authenticate and attach a new cloud storage provider to our CloudBox software and you're good to go. So essentially what we are trying here is we are presenting a large chunk of space to the end user. We are kind of providing an abstraction, we are kind of providing an aggregation of all of your cloud storage providers. Now I'll give you a quick workflow demo. This is just a prototype, so hence it's not fully functional. So this is the interface to our CloudBox application. The user will enter his name and password. Click on user login. So this is the dashboard. Here you will authenticate Google Drive or Dropbox. What I mean by authenticate? So essentially this particular CloudBox application is a client application. It needs access to your Google Drive as well as Dropbox. And question, why are we choosing only Google Drive and Dropbox? Since this is a prototype, we'll be dealing only with these two cloud storage vendors. So using these buttons, you can either authenticate Google Drive and Dropbox. Now once you are done with authentication, you go on to upload file, click on select file and choose a particular text file which you want to upload. Let me see if I have any text files here. So once I select the file, I can click on upload and the file will be uploaded. Now the next question is, where did the file get uploaded into? So that is the advantage of CloudBox. So we essentially place your file in one of the cloud storage vendors. So say if you want to retrieve your file back, so all you need to do is go to download file, select the particular option and click on load. You'll be able to see all the files that you have loaded into a particular provider. So you can select the particular item and click on download to save your file. Now this is still not implemented. So once you are done with your download, you can click on logout to exit the application. Now let me briefly discuss on the blog post related to CloudBox. So essentially we have a GitHub repository. So if you go to the issues section, you can see all the open issues, the different labels we have. Say for example, this is a documentation enhancement, high priority feature, and there are multiple closed issues. So essentially, instead of using Trello, we use GitHub to track all our activities. In addition to this, we also have milestones created and working towards this. Coming to the wiki, so you can find our project proposal on our GitHub link as well as the technical blog. Please note that the technical blog is still in the very primitive draft stage, and kindly let us know if you find any defects in the same. So this is our architecture diagram. So we have the CloudBox engine application running, so which exposes certain APIs to the user. I'll be talking about this APIs shortly. The CloudBox internally communicates with different storage vendors over provider specific APIs. Say for example, if you want to talk to Google Drive, you can talk through Google Drive APIs, and similarly with Dropbox. Now coming to the implementation, the CloudBox engine itself is implemented in Java. So at the end of the project, we'll be having a jar file which will essentially comprise of many APIs which the user can use to manage his cloud storage. So the first following APIs are supported by the CloudBox. First one is the Authorize API. So what essentially Authorize does is Authorize uses OAuth 2 authentication to allow access to the user Google Drive or Dropbox. So typical usage would be Authorize Google Drive, wherein you give access to Google Drive to the CloudBox application. Please note that these are still in the draft stage and might be changed in future. Similarly, we have Upload File API to upload a particular file, a List File API to list all the files in a particular provider, and Download File to retrieve your uploaded file. And finally, you have the Deauthorize if you want to deauthorize a particular vendor from CloudBox. So limitations and future work. Currently CloudBox is limited only to Google Drive and Dropbox. So we plan on extending this in future. Also currently the application supports only uploading of text files, which will be extended to other formats pretty soon. Please let us know if you have any questions. Also, if you would like to contribute to this project, please drop me a mail at vshesha@ncsu.edu. Thank you.